Hello everybody, how are you all doing? So I just posted a few days ago the last video in a 3-part series on YouTube about Shayna Huber's and Ryan Poston, and I wanted to give it a little time for that whole series to go out before I address something that I saw in the comment section of part 1 of that video. So we're going to address it. Ready? So in part 1 of that video, I was wearing a white tank top and like a sweatshirt, a zip-up sweatshirt with a hood. And I was stunned at the amount of comments talking about my appearance. Not just my appearance, but the amount of skin I was showing. A lot of pearl clutching happening. And I screenshotted some of those comments before I hit the users for my channel. In case you want to see them, let me know. I can post them for you. But basically, it was a lot of, hey, if you want to be taken seriously, you shouldn't dress like this. And, oh, are you doing this to make your views go up? Like, this is really cheap of you. And I'm leaving. I did not come to this video to look at your boobs all day. And to that, I have a few things to say. And I think this is important to talk about because the internet is a great place, but it's also a place where people feel anonymous and they are far more likely to jump in the comment section using some weird screen name and some cat screaming as their profile picture and say the most foul, unnecessary, irrelevant, condescending, judgmental, just mean shit ever. And I think we need to, kind of take a lesson that this is not the way to go. Number 1. I was filming these videos, this specific video, part 1 of the series, in the middle of August. It was 105 degrees that day, and not only was it 105 degrees that day, which meant the air conditioner could not keep up with it, I'm sitting in a small room with 7 lights blaring at me. So, I mean, it's hot. It's hot. And I have to be honest, when it's hot like that, my comfort level to sit down for 2 to 3 hours and film a video is far more important than me wearing a turtleneck, a scarf, and a winter hat to appease people who forgot that women have breasts. But not only that, my floors were getting redone in my house. I had all the carpets pulled up and flooring put in because I hate carpets. I find it to be very unsanitary. But anyways, that's what I did. And so all of my clothes, because all of my furniture had to be pulled out of the room, and I had to take all the clothes out and put them in bins. All my clothes are in just random bins scattered about my house. So basically, for the last 2 weeks, I've been just kind of wearing and rewashing the same 3 to 4 pieces of clothing, or just grabbing whatever I could out of the bins and hoping that it would work. But even so, I don't think what I was wearing was inappropriate. It was a white tank top and a sweatshirt, like a Lululemon scuba zip-up sweatshirt. So when I'm sitting here defending myself like, oh, I couldn't find my clothes, I should not have to do that. I was not naked. I was not wearing a bra, as some people accused me of. I was not intentionally doing it to get more views. I was not intentionally doing it to appeal to the male gaze. I was not doing it so that you would clutch your pearls and have to go and, talk to your rosary and do the sign of the cross and ask God to protect me and forgive me for my horrible behavior. I wasn't doing it because of that. I was doing it because it was hot. It was hot and that was comfortable. And that's it. So I guess all this to say, I find it very weird to police anybody's body or clothing. I find it especially weird. I mean, maybe you think this stuff and you're like, oh, she's showing a little skin today. But why do you post it? Why do you post a comment saying that? Why? What is the point? Do you hope to shame me into wearing a full hazmat suit when I film? Because that's not going to happen. Trust me. Many have tried to shame me. None of it succeeded yet. But I am aware that there's a very small and bored and sad group of people on the internet who will continue to try to shame me, and you guys keep at it. I'm really proud of you. You're my biggest fans after all. You watch everything I do, even though you say you don't, but you do, because I know you do. But anyways, yeah, I find it weird to police anybody's body or to say something about what anyone's wearing. Just really strange, because worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. That's all we can control. That's all we can worry about. And on top of that, if you have a huge issue with cleavage of any kind, you should stay at home, stay inside. Don't go out in the summer. Don't go to a beach. Don't go to a pool. Oh my God, please don't. Please don't, because you're going to be over there throwing out red cards to everybody wearing a bikini. And life is made for more than this, okay? Life is made to focus on yourself, control what you can control, take care of the people around you, take care of yourself, not to go onto a true crime video about a young man being murdered and comment on the presenter's amount of cleavage and how it's not appropriate for you. So much pearl clutching. So anyways, all this being said, if you don't like something about me, my voice, the way I pronounce things, my clothing choices, the way I touch my glasses, my very strong opinions, I'm not the creator for you. And that is fine, because there's a lot of true crime creators out there and many of them are different than me. I'm not the creator for you, but why do you come back week after week after week to tell me how much you hate me and how the things I do offend you and bother you? But you keep coming back. You keep coming back only to just say that stuff. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not for everyone. No one's for everyone. I don't try to be for everyone. And maybe you're used to creators or people in your lives appeasing you and trying to be what you want them to be so that you can be more comfortable. But I don't do that. I can't do that. No one can do that. So it would be a really huge losing battle for me. And I would be spending so much time and energy trying to figure out how to make sure everyone liked me and no one was upset with me, that my content would suffer. The content that's important, the content that's talking about these victims and these crimes, that would suffer because so much of my time and energy would be spent into thinking how I can make everyone happy and not make anyone say anything mean to me. Say things mean to me all you want, but just so you know, I'm not going to change. Ever. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, because I have, because, I see myself, but I was very unhealthily thin about a year ago. And I have been spending this past year making sure that I'm eating properly and giving my body food, and I've gained my weight back. So a lot of my clothes are a little small and don't fit me. And I guess I could say I'm sorry for that, but I'm not. I mean, I'm sorry. It sucks for me because I'm like, ugh, everything feels tight. I gotta get new jeans, but it's good for me. It's healthy for me. And yeah, I'm a woman. I have breasts. What? I don't know. Women have breasts. I have breasts, and they are a little bit larger now that I put weight back on. So I'm sorry if the sight of those things sends you into a frenzy where you have to get into the comment section and spend even a second of your day telling a woman, put your breasts away. They were away. They were safely tucked away in a tank top. There's cleavage. Oh no. It's giving she asked for it because that's how she was dressed energy. And honestly, I don't want people like you in my community. I don't want people like that in my community. Judgmental people are closed-minded. Judgmental people like that don't consider all the factors like weight gain and clothes being in a bunch of boxes because my floors are getting... You don't consider that. You just automatically see something you don't like and attribute it to my character or what I do professionally or what I do for work. Like one thing affects the other when one thing has nothing to do with the other. I could show up to work naked and film these videos naked and the content would still be the same. And if you can't take a woman who has breasts seriously, and you are a woman, because all of these comments came from women, by the way, and you are a woman, there's something else going on there. There's something else going on there. Low self-esteem on your part, jealousy. Maybe you don't want like your husband or boyfriend to walk behind you and see that, and you're like, trust me, he's seeing more than that on the internet. I don't know what your problem is, but you need to look inside, ask yourself, why do I feel the need to do this? Why is the female anatomy so shocking and offensive to me? And then, just get help, whether you're talking to a friend or a therapist or I guess just doing some internal work and trying to figure out what about you makes you project on me and others, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. If you feel comfortable enough to talk to me like that, you feel comfortable enough to talk to anyone like that. Not in real life, on the internet. But yeah, in conclusion, I'm a woman. I have breasts. I do not apologize for that, and I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna change how I dress. I'm not gonna change how I act. I'm not gonna change my personality, my mannerisms, my voice, the way I speak, the way I pronounce things. I'm not going to change. I can't change that. That's who I am. If you do not like who I am, you should not watch me. You should not support my content. And I am fine with that. I'm fine with that. Promise you, I'm fine with that. Because I only want like-minded, open-minded, kind, non-judgmental, critical thinkers around me and in my community. And I will always respond to constructive criticism and be open to it. But when you're just blatantly being a bitch, I don't have time for that. So I'm going to block you. So it's like you don't have to announce your exit, because I'm going to make sure I don't see your comments ever again. And then every time you make another account, because you got way too much time on your hands, and you keep saying the same kinds of stuff in my comments, I'm going to block you again. And yeah, maybe one of those times I'll tell you off and then block you. But either way, that's what's going to happen. It doesn't bother me. Giving me an enemy to fight against fuels me. You guys are so helpful and conducive to my progress, to me getting up every day and continuing to do everything that I do. Knowing that I have people out there who wish to see me fail, knowing I have people out there who are picking apart every single thing I say, do, it's fuel for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.